Let's look at this question. A multiplex theater has three different screens, screen 1, screen 2, and 3. 4 different movies, A, B, C, D, were screened on a particular day on one or more than one of the given 3 screens. On each screen, the first movie of the day started at 10 a.m. On each screen, there was a 15-minute gap between the end of the movie and the beginning of the next movie. Okay. And table 1 shows the times at which each of the given movies started and their duration in the given parentheses along the name of each movie. So A takes 135 minutes of runtime, B has 105 minutes of runtime, C has 165 minutes of runtime, and D has 135 minutes of runtime. Okay. Which means once at the point where A has started, the next movie in that screen can only start after 150 minutes. Or in B, because it has a runtime of 105 minutes, the next movie can start after 120 minutes. For C, it can start after 180 minutes, which is as good as 3 hours, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And for D also, it is 150 minutes or 2.5 hours. Okay. Table 2 shows the number of times each movie was screened in 2 screens, 1 and 2. Now we were told there were 3 screens, 1, 2, and 3. Screen 1, screen 2 is given. We can from there, therefore, calculate screen 3. How many times each movie was shown? I know A was shown 4 times. 3 of them on screen 1, 0 times on screen 2. So 1 time on screen 3. Similarly, B was shown 4 times. 1 here, 2 here. So 1 here. C was shown 4 times. 1 here, 1 here. So 2 times on screen 3. And finally, D was shown 5 times. 1 on screen 1, 2 on screen 2. So 2 on screen 3. This is done. Now, let's see. A and 3. These are the most extreme numbers. So let's pay attention to them. Say A is shown on screen 1 3 times. How can that happen? I know once A starts, after 150 minutes, the next show can start. Or after 2.5 hours, the next show can start. Given that it is displayed on screen 1 3 times, the only way it can be arranged, given the timings, is if this was screen 1, after 2.5 hours, this was screen 1. After 2.5 hours, this was screen 1. Okay, this is done. Now see, I know A is shown 3 times on screen 1. Those 3 times are already recorded. So this will be on screen 3 then. So A's row is entirely taken care of. Now, the next movie on screen 1, should start at 5:30. The next movie on screen 1 should start at 5:30. And that is only the time when B starts this movie. So this will be on screen 1. This will be on screen 1. The next movie that starts on screen 1 should be at 7 p.m. Not 7 p.m. 8 p.m. Should be at 8 p.m. 2.5 hours after that. Sorry, no, 2 hours after this. So 5:30 to 2 hours more, 7:30. The next movie on screen 1 will be at 7:30. D is not at 7:30. C is at 7:30. So the next movie on screen 1 will be C at 7:30. Now from 7:30, it will take 3 hours, after which the next movie on screen 1 can be shown. So 7:30 to 10:30 we need to go. This is 1. Screen 1, D is showed on screen 1 at this time. And now everything for screen 1 is taken care of. Everything of screen 1 is taken care of. Okay. Now looking at screen 2. Screen 2, A is never shown there. Yes, we have already accounted for that. Now B has 2 movies on screen 2 and 1 movie on screen 3. 2 movies on screen 2. How can that happen? Okay. Or from here we can see at 1 o'clock, the movie was at screen 3 here. At 1 o'clock, movie was on screen 3. So the next movie on screen 3, after 1.5 hours will be at 3:30. 2.5 hours later. That can only happen if it is here. This is screen 3. This is screen 3, movie D, screen 3 is identified. Now the next movie on screen 3, will be after 1 hour 50 minutes, after another 2.5 hours. It will be at 6 p.m. It will necessarily be at 6 p.m. So the timing that aligns with it is only 6 p.m. for B. So this is screen 3. Now see, for screen 1 there was one movie, for screen 3 there was one movie. So these two are for screen 2. These two are for screen 2. This is known. So B is also entirely done. Even for screen 3, see, D runs from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. It goes on for 120 minutes. I don't know if this 120 is clear. 1 hour 45 minutes is the runtime, 15 minutes of gap. So the next movie on screen 3 should be at 8 p.m. What can it be? It will necessarily be here. This will be screen 3. This will be screen 3. And the next movie on screen 3, can only be at 11 p.m. now. After C is done, 3 more hours gone, it will be at 11 p.m. So this will be the last screen 3. Now see, this is taken care of. The entire row of B is taken care of. The only two slots left are for screen 2 and screen 2. Screen 2 and screen 2. This is entirely done. So the row of D is also taken care of. Now for movie C, at 10 a.m. it is getting displayed in some screen. Can it be on screen 1? No. Can it be on screen 2? No. It can only be on screen 3. Sorry. It can only be on screen 3. It cannot be on screen 1 because A is running there. It cannot be on screen 2 because D is running there. So it can only be on screen 3. And as soon as we have this, look at this. C had 2 movies on screen 3. That is identified. It has 1 movie on screen 2. That is identified. So yes, our life is done. Now even within these, screen 1 and screen 2 and screen 3 and everything, I'm going to write down first movie on screen 1, second, third, 2.5 hours later, fourth, fifth, and sixth. On screen 1, this is the order in which the movies have run. Then at 10 a.m., this will be the first on screen 2. The 5 movies on screen 2. So first here, next would be at 12:30. 12:30. So this will be the second on screen 2. Then it would be at 2:30. This is the third on screen 2. Then this will be the fourth on screen 2. Fourth movie on screen 2. And finally, this will be the fifth movie on screen 2. Write it in brackets so that it is clear. Basically, for every particular screen also, I'm also recording what will be the order in which the movies get displayed there. Now on screen 3, there are 6 movies. 10 a.m. will be the first screening. So this is first. Now 3 hours later at 1 p.m. This will be the second screening on screen 3. Then 1:50. So 3:30 we need to go. 3:30. This will be the third movie on screen 3. 3:30 to 6. So this will be the fourth movie on screen 3. This will be the fifth movie on screen 3. And finally, this will be the sixth movie on screen 3. 4, 4, 4, 5 is 21. 6 plus 6 plus 5. How is this working out? There are 6 movies here. There are 5 movies here. There are 6 movies here. 6 plus 6 plus 5 is 17 and 4, 4, 4 is 17. Not 21, it is 17. Yes, I have all the information that I need. Let us get to individual questions. What time did the movie A start on screen 3? On screen 3, movie A started at 1 p.m. So option C. At what time did the last movie end on screen 3? Last movie on screen 3, sixth movie on screen 3, started at 11 p.m. and it went on for 135 minutes. It went on for 135 minutes. So 2 hour 15 minutes, 1 hour, or 1:15 a.m. That is when the last movie on screen 3 ended. Which was the last movie to be screened on screen 2? On screen 2, the fifth movie was at 7 p.m. It was at 7 p.m. and it was movie C. So option C. At what time did movie B start on screen 3? Movie B on screen 3 started at 6 p.m. So the first option A. And what was the last movie screened on screen 1? Last movie on screen 1 is movie D at 10:30 p.m. So it will be option D. So the answers are C, B, C, A, D. That is the entirety of this set.